Internet of Things is an incredible third phase of the internet. You had the internet that you would see on your desktop, then the internet on your mobile, and now it's basically the internet going out. We're in Paris today. We're so glad you are here. Thousands of entrepreneurs from around the world here in this room and online.
What is this Internet of Things? The most obvious one is the one that's in your lap or in your pocket.
The number of sensors that we're wearing is going up. Wearable computing is coming.
Location, instead of advertising to you, it should actually empower you.
And it all mashes together, and it's going to let us build a new kind of product, a personalized product.
And you have real, true customer feedback with sensors about behaviors. Then we can go to a whole new level of learning.
Because if you can tell a story and then deliver on the promise with the product, that's where the magic happens.
And this is the wonderful thing about what's coming from the Internet of Things.
And you could imagine in a retail setting, you could have a remote checkout kiosk. Just put a little credit card reader on the top there, and you can swipe a card.
Oh, is that my brain?
That is your brain.
You're showing my brain on stage like this?
I'm sorry.
LeWeb is a platform for success.
Conferences like this are bringing that kind of unique group of people together.
The conference gods have smiled upon us because there is actually something to talk about that's breaking right now. So apparently, you guys just shut off Twitter card access.
To be fair, when we first integrated with Twitter, it was just a link. Over time, we realized that there was a need to be able to see that photo.
They're creating an environment for startups to thrive.
You put them all in one place, there's amazing bonds and relationships that happen.
You as an investor or you as a business have an opportunity to define what it is that we are going to do as consumers.
It's kind of like this super networking event.
We even signed a deal with Sony Pictures Television to do a live cut-throat game show.
The place between science and the commercialization of science, this is where government role is crucial.
This is the Curiosity rover, and it has a laser that was built here in France that from 7 meters away can zap a rock, look at the spark of plasma that comes off of that rock, and tell us what that rock is made out of.
My day-to-day work is to try to create the right environment for our companies to make their digital transition, make disruptive innovations.
80% of disease in the world is directly caused by bad water and a lack of toilets. As we look ahead, we said, let's go after 100 million people.
A startup is about being fast, stealthy, and hitting a market when you're ready to sell it right when people are ready to buy it.
Every company in the world, it's all about timing.
If there was ever a time in history, it's now.
Our mission, again, is to democratize fundraising and provide the services that helps people raise more money for more people faster.
The entrepreneur's job is to look out in the world and decide where the gaps are.
In the near future, we see an entire generation of smart kids that grow up with smart toys.
So you just had news on funding.
Yeah.
$85 million?
Yes. We want to build a 100-year company. We want to stay within our comfort zone. We think like this is the most fun period in the company.
Did you get the valuation public of that funding?
The last one was $1 billion. This was a little bit higher than that. I think the first time you and I met, we were probably 10 people.
Entrepreneurs, they love this because they're passionate, intense, they want to do something in the unknown.
Innovation is always a challenge, it's a bet.
When I applied for it, I found that the world was full of no people. People that wanted to explain to you why you can't do that and shouldn't do that. And I said, what's the worst that'll happen? I'll flunk the physical, I won't get the job, I'm not going back to the burn ward. And this philosophy is one that people are afraid to adopt because they're afraid of failure, they're afraid of looking bad, they're afraid that people laugh. They're just afraid you're going to have to fall down before you really succeed at what you want to do.
As you're building your services, think about how can I fan that flame of exploration? How can I fan that flame of curiosity?
If people have the drive and the passion, then they can make stuff happen.
And since Loic said I can come back next year, I am going to talk about you in that slide. Je m'appelle Ramon Wow. I have had a Beyond the Time blast, sharing what I call the mind of Ramon.
That's pretty impressive. You really deserve another round of applause.
The passion of Ramon Wow. I am out of here.
Thank you so much for taking the time, Pascal.
I've not been too corporate, it's okay, right?
Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, SMC Chicago is in the house.